With these new tariffs that are about to come into place, almost all of your clothing is going to get more expensive or worse. Out of all the clothing that the US consumes, it only produces about 3% of that. That means 97% of the clothing it imports is going to be now subject to these new tariffs. Let's take this t-shirt for example. Let's say this came from the US's largest trading partner, China. Hypothetically, let's say this shirt sells for $25 and costs $10 to make. Once it gets to the US border, it's subject to duties, which in case of cotton would be 16.5%. Now, instead of $10, it costs the brand $11.65. Then we add the 7.5% tariff that's already in place. Now the shirt that was $11.65 costs the brand $12.40. Then we add the first round of this administration's tariffs, which was 20%. So the shirt that used to cost $12.40 now costs the brand $14.40. And now the latest round that was just announced is 34%. So the shirt that used to cost $14.40 now costs the brand $17.80. And cotton is the best case scenario. If this shirt was made out of nylon or polyester, it would cost even more. And that doesn't even include transportation, marketing, or other overhead costs. And because these tariffs were enacted on such short notice, you're gonna get a lot of small businesses that don't even have the free cash flow to pay for these tariffs. So as a company, if you had an order that was already in transit that was $100,000, you now need to come up with an additional $34,000 or it's gonna get stuck at the border. So what does that mean for you, the consumer? Ultimately, most brands cannot absorb this much additional cost. So they're gonna do one of three things. One, they're gonna pass off as much of that cost to you as possible. Two, they're going to lower their product quality to get that cost down. Three, they're gonna have to look for new manufacturing partners in other regions, but it's hard to make permanent business decisions when you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And I know the goal of all these tariffs was to reshore a lot of manufacturing, but when you're making 3% of your clothing and you need to 30x that, there's just not that many available workers or machinery to be able to absorb all that manufacturing. And on top of that, all the machines that you need to reshore manufacturing are also subject to these duties.